Hi guys, Emma from Yellow Brick Roads here, helping you build your confidence whilst I am building my own. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all having a lovely morning. The last few weeks we've been talking about happiness habits, or I've been talking about happiness habits, because I think everyone seems so anxious at the moment. You know, everyone I speak to, my friends, my family, everybody seems quite anxious and uptight, and there's so much uncertainty. It got me thinking, okay, what can we do that just makes us feel good? At the end of the day, as human beings, all we want to do is feel good. And I think in this day and age, so many outside influences are making us feel everything but that. So we've been talking about the different happiness habits. We've had embracing uncertainty. We've spoke about overthinking and how our thoughts basically control everything, and how we can, you know, sort of just work on our thoughts and work on our thinking. We've also spoke about focusing on a more positive result. And that leads on to today, because what I want to talk about today is actually the result. Now, I don't know about you, but I know for me, there's stuff I've put here, all the stuff that's eating us up that makes us feel rubbish. So there's certain things that we want to achieve. If you have a goal that you want to achieve, if you're not getting closer to that goal, if you're not achieving it, you start to feel anxious and you start to feel overwhelmed. So an example of that for me, let me talk about me. I'm always saying to myself that life is a process. It's a direction. It's not necessarily a destination. When I focus on the destination of what it is that I want, it makes me feel really on edge. So with Yellow Brick Roads, what I set out to do, or what I'm setting out to do, I would love to be able to reach 1 million women across the world, and help make their lives better, help build their confidence. How I'm going to measure that, I haven't got a clue, but it's something that I've said to myself, that's what I want to do. Now, when I think about that, when I think of actually achieving that, it makes me feel really nervous, and I don't see myself at the moment of achieving that goal. It just seems way too far ahead, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I don't see myself as achieving it. Now, what that can sometimes do is push me back, and it sort of stops me in my tracks. So I've put here, I want to get to the end goal of reaching 1 million women around the world and having a positive impact on their lives, in building their confidence. Like I say, I'm not sure how I'm going to measure it, but this is what I want to achieve. When I focus on that, I feel anxious and overwhelmed because I'm focusing on the end result. And the end result at the moment in time is out of my control. So what I'm focusing on, I actually can't control. The outcome, the end result, will be based on my daily behaviours. So it is dependent on what you do every day as to whether or not you're going to achieve your goal, or you're going to achieve your result. So let's talk about this another way. Another way of thinking about this is, say if you were a student and you wanted to get an A in an exam, okay? So you want to get an A in an exam. You've got no control over actually writing an A on that exam paper, because it's somebody else that has that. That's in somebody else's control. That's not in your control. But the one thing that you can do is you can control your behaviours. You can control what you do every single day that are going to get you to achieving that A. That part is in your control. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's trying to let go of the end result. It's trying to let go of the sort of the specific outcome and actually focus on the process. Focus on the doing, focus on the behaviours that are going to get you to the end result. Okay, so it's about trusting and focusing on the process and letting go of the actual goal. I've said here, when I set myself a goal, and this is something that I do, I ask myself, what is it that I can do today? What is it that I can do tomorrow? And what is it I can do within the next 7 days, so this week, that's going to help me get closer to the end result, to the goal that I want to achieve. I normally look over a 7-day period, because for me, I find that's a lot more sort of manageable. I feel I can deal with that. So I will do something today that I know is going to help me, hence maybe this live. I will do something, you know, the following day, and then I will do something again within the next 7 days that's going to help me get a little bit closer to that goal. So at the moment, it's about, for the Yellow Brick Roads, it's about sharing experiences, it's about documenting what I believe can help, listening to people, women, mums, finding out what it is that they're struggling with, why they lack self-esteem, why they lack confidence, and trying to solve that problem. So I've put, over time, I adopt the right behaviours every single day. Over time, if I adopt the right behaviours every single day, I will reach my goal of impacting, you know, the amount of people that I want to impact. But I can't focus on that, because if I focus on that, it really pushes me back and sort of stops me in my tracks. So by focusing on your behaviours day after day, you stay motivated, and it pushes you to keep going. I think sometimes when we focus on the outcome or the result, if we don't feel we're getting closer to it, we beat ourselves up. Say if it's that you want to lose weight, if you're focusing on losing the stone and you're finding you're not changing your behaviours every day to lose the stone, you're not going to lose the stone. So it's a case of just thinking about, right, what can I do today that's going to help me get towards my ideal weight? You know, what can I do tomorrow that's going to help me get towards my ideal weight? And focus actually on the process rather than the outcome, the last part. If you want to achieve your goals, don't focus on them. Focus on your behaviours. They are the building blocks that get you to your goals. Trust the process and let go of the result of that specific outcome. By doing so, you eliminate the fear and anxiety. And at the end of the day, that is what we all want to do. We just want to eliminate all the anxieties. We want to eliminate all the fears. I know that's not completely, you know, possible to do that all of the time, but as it stands at the moment, there's so many fears and anxieties around what might happen, or a place that we think we're heading and then we find actually we're not actually getting there. Stop focusing on the actual place and start focusing on the process of actually getting to the place. So that was on my mind this morning. I was thinking about it because I'm thinking about my goals. I'm thinking about what it is I want to achieve. And like I say, sometimes when you think too far into the future, it actually stops you in your tracks. But if you focus on your behaviours and you adopt the right behaviours, you will eventually get to the goal. You will get to the end result. So I hope that's added some value to you guys. Have a lovely Tuesday, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care.